had a great week. Hello and welcome to episode
184
of PPN.
Congrats are in order. Congratulations to the VBHS band indoor team and color guard on their silver medal at the AMAA Bryant competition. And congratulations to the 9 Lady Pointer wrestlers who qualified for state.
Hey seniors, it's scholarship season.
These are the available scholarships in Miss Nelson's office.
Harry O'Ham,
Women's League,
Love Like Lisa for education majors only,
the Jackie Lee Suggs Memorial Scholarship,
and the Rotary Club Scholarship.
Be sure to stop by and pick up your forms.
Match applicants, please turn in your completed application to Mrs. Carlson S108 by Tuesday, March 11th, so that we can get them delivered to them. Teachers with recommendation forms, please place these in Carlson mailbox.
Here's last week's sports. Due to weather, most things happened on the weekend. Saturday, the track teams went to the University of Arkansas on the indoor track meet. Also Saturday, the boys wrestling team finished first in regionals. And also Saturday, the basketball teams traveled to Harrison. The girls punching their ticket in for the state tournament and the boys catching a heartbreaking loss in overtime.
Here's this week's sports. On Monday, the softball team had their green and white scrimmage. On Tuesday, the soccer teams traveled to Clarksville, and the basketball teams traveled over the road to Alma. Today, the wrestling team travels to Little Rock for their state tournament, and the basketball teams have their final home game, senior night, tonight against Farmington.
Here's next week's sports. Monday, we have soccer going to Sallisaw and softball playing Southside. Tuesday, soccer plays Poto and softball goes to Pea Ridge. Thursday, softball plays against Prairie Grove. Friday, soccer goes to Dardanelle, and softball has a game against Maumelle. Saturday, soccer has a tournament at Little Rock Catholic.
Hello, welcome to your weather. I'm MJ Meteorologist, and here is your weather. Today, we're going to have a high of 68 and a low of 37. Saturday, we're going to have a high of 67 and a low of 41. And then Sunday, we're going to have a high of 57 and a low of 38. Now here is your world weather. Storms and flooding have devastated Kentucky, causing at least 9 deaths and widespread damage. Strong winds have upended travel plans on the East Coast. I'm MJ Meteorologist, and that is your weather.
To start your U.S. news, recently, Trump signed an executive order to give Musk's government-slashing team Doge vast reach. Musk's team announced it was cutting nearly $1 billion in grants and contracts from the Education Department, largely targeting research. Last week, Musk ordered federal workers to send an email detailing their accomplishments last week or lose their jobs. Sub-agencies, including the FBI and State Department, told employees to hold off.
2 weeks ago, Trump held a call with Putin.
President Trump said that he had a lengthy and highly productive call with President Vladimir Putin of Russia, which he characterized as the start of the negotiation to end the war in Ukraine. A Kremlin spokesman confirmed the call and said that Putin invited Trump to visit Moscow.
Cheap breakfast is a thing of the past. Your omelets and OJ are costing more.
Roughly 159 million birds have been slaughtered because of the avian flu. In response, egg prices hit a record of $4.95 per dozen last month.
Citrus greening, a disease that destroys orange trees, has decimated groves in Florida, leading to some of the worst harvests in 90 years. The average cost of OJ concentrate in the supermarket has jumped nearly 90% since 2020.
Poor growing conditions in Brazil and Vietnam, the world's leading producers of coffee beans, caused beans to hit their highest price in 47 years last November.
In the world of journalism, Jane Mayer and Rachel Aviv have been awarded George Polk Awards, among the highest honors in journalism.
Mayer was recognized in the political reporting category for her expose on Pete Hegseth. Aviv was recognized in the magazine reporting category for her examination of the author Alice Munro.
Twin World News on a highlight, London doctors cure rare childhood blindness.
For the first time ever, kids born with a genetic condition called Leber congenital amaurosis have been effectively treated with a new gene therapy surgery that only takes an hour.
After being born legally blind, the kids can see shapes, recognize faces, and in some cases, read and write.
War in Ukraine. Zelensky rebuffed demands from the Trump administration for Ukrainian natural resources and rejected peace talks that exclude Ukraine.
He also said that he would step down if Ukraine were allowed to join NATO.
European leaders are grappling with how to support Ukraine and ensure the continent's security.
More in Europe.
Over the weekend, Germany became the latest country where voters rejected a left-leaning government, largely because of their unhappiness over immigration and the economy.
Germany's next chancellor is likely to be Friedrich Merz, a former corporate lawyer who has promised to crack down on migration and taxes and regulation and adopt a hawkish policy towards Russia.
Crime became a main issue in the campaign. Recent data suggests that foreigners commit about 40% of the crimes in Germany. Graham Wood of The Atlantic pointed out.
Over the past 10 months, Germany has experienced at least 4 fatal attacks by migrants who have failed to receive asylum, but nonetheless remained in the country.
More on world leaders. In Canada, Justin Trudeau has announced his resignation.
Monty, a giant schnauzer who hails from Ocean City at the Jersey Shore, was named Best in Show at the 2025 Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show on February 11th at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Here are the other top dogs of the show.
Elon Musk says the latest Gronk chatbot will be released today. Gronk 3 from xAI will be the smartest AI on Earth, according to Musk.
It's the latest salvo in the AI chatbot wars and comes just weeks after China's DeepSeek sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley with its chatbot that costs a fraction of what American companies have spent on their own AI assistants.
More on Musk. OpenAI's board unanimously rejected Elon Musk's unsolicited $97.4 billion offer to buy the ChatGPT maker, saying the much publicized bid is in fact not a bid at all.
China is censoring Marvel Rivals, one of the biggest video games of the world. While it's based on an American franchise, it was developed by a Chinese company, NetEase Games. It has become the latest example of Chinese censorship creeping into the media that Americans consume.
You can't type Free Tibet or Taiwan as a country in the chat. You can type America as a dictatorship, but not China as a dictatorship. The restrictions are largely confined to China-related topics. You can type Free Palestine, but even memes aren't spared. Winnie the Pooh is banned because people have compared China's leader, Xi Jinping, to the cartoon bear.
Welcome to Pop Culture.
First up this week, breaking news, LeVar Ball, after a serious medical issue, had to have his foot amputated. Safe to say he's not going to be swerving any corners anytime soon. Prayers up for the Ball family. Obviously not a great situation. Love LeVar. You can clearly see he's a very jolly guy, even though he has his foot amputated.
He still does cameos, don't worry. New Fortnite season. It's hard to keep track at this point. I feel like one comes out every other week, but good for Fortnite.
Deal with it. We have some really sad news, guys. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's pet dog, Hobbs, has passed away. Prayers up for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Truly a loss that will really be felt, really make waves.
The guy?
Yes, that is The Rock.
Johnson?
That is The Rock. Anyways, rest in peace, Hobbs. Prayers up for The Rock.
Drake and Party Next Door made an album. It's terrible. Kendrick fans are going crazy over it. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl.
I mean, that's just one of the songs. There's like 15 more that are just as bad.
Baby girl.
Yeah, so I want to meet your padre.
Pay respects to your madre.
Thanks for tuning in to Pop Culture. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
I hope you guys had a great week.
Be sure to DM your pictures to our Instagram at VBHS Porn Pack News so we can feature you in our student submissions section of the episode.
Till then, wear your seatbelts, drink some water, tell someone you love them. Have a great week.